Okay. It looks like we are good. That's not finished yet. Okay. Hola and Hail. Hello, hello, hello. If you are in reach of this transmission, you are here with the grumpy old ninja. I've been sort of down and out for a few days after streaming pretty steadily for a couple weeks there. But, well, stuff happens sometimes and it just doesn't let you. But I'm going to try to hang on for at least a little while tonight because, of course, there's more work to be done. I got to try a community tab post. I didn't realize that had been made available to me, but since it is, I used one. I said I was going to try to get on a few minutes longer ago than I thought it would be, but we still made it about 55 in. So, since that has been done, now there were a few things that I thought of while I had not been streaming that, well, that I wasn't going to remember them by the time I got, because I wasn't even sure when I was going to get to stream again. So I'm kind of doing a shadow down here. I don't know if I need to go darker or not or what, but we'll work on that as it comes. Other things around here, like all of this power reflection stuff, needs to be made brighter. And there's still all sorts of stuff on this that I need to actually try to do to call this one done and posted before I start the next one, because the next one should be something of a change for this project, because I was not planning on doing that. I had mused about it, but I really didn't think I was ready. But at the end of the day, it's like I keep telling my buddy, if I never start, I'll never get it done. So I'm going to try it after I do this, after I finish this, which of course it is not yet finished. So bear with me just a bit longer here to get a couple of the things out of the way and to get started. Alright, let's see here. Need to put this keyboard down. Okay, looks like that's moving. Good. We're gonna close down Cecil because I need to be able to read this. Hold on a second. This thing might actually let me do this, so I should try it here. Okay. You may hear some clicking. That's me typing because it looks like the stream actually is running. I'm going to attempt to actually put a thumbnail on it. That's the thing I didn't realize I might actually be able to do. So bear with me just a bit longer. Oh, well, Hola Hail, Darren M, and Kenjack Ben. Do I dare muse that notifications actually work? That's a bit shocking. We'll pin that. Okay, it's good to have watch people here. Okay, I'll take it. Good stuff. Alright, then let me put the chat in front of me. The OBS chat is too slow. I don't understand why. I'll just pick the YouTube one. Come on. No, it won't let me. No, it's not there. Alright. Okay. Where was it? Oh, right. I need Chrome again. Okay, so from here, I can open this. Sorry, I know you can't actually see this because the source is, well, it's actually the PC instead of the camera. The camera's not even plugged in right now. Come on, load it. Okay, it's loading. Loading. Okay, good. Oh, I didn't know I could actually pick a playlist from there already. That's good. That'll make this much faster. It's all about on-the-job training for me, unfortunately. Alright, let's see. 26. It's too big. It won't let me do it. Fine. Well, let's at least just drop it on the playlist already. Okay, good enough. Alright, I can minimize this and get back to business. Right. Alright, so we are going out to YouTube and Twitter. I can't actually do Rumble off of this thing because it's just restreaming. I guess they don't like each other very much just yet. Other than that, let me get back over here. Let's retry this chat because it's being weird. Alright, get off of there. Come on back. Let's try this again. Okay, well that makes one of us, Kenjack Ben, because that does not always work for me. Like, I ring the bell for pretty much everybody that I subscribe to, but YouTube does not often actually send those notifications out. Oh my gosh. Okay. OBS chat doesn't want to connect. I'll have to do something drastic. Oh dear Lord, I'll have to involve the phone. I don't want to do that, but Well, what else can I do? Need the chat in front of me. Oh, jeez, Krista's playing. Okay. Oh, and all the usual jazz. Don't forget to smash the like, blah, 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 blah. You guys know the deal. Just messing with you. This is just us hanging out here. It doesn't really matter. Okay. Wait. Oh, yeah, I gotta see if that's done. It's not done yet. So let's just get on this. Alrighty then. Stylus in hand, let us toil away. Yeah, I know, I was watching Cecil and Camel Moon too, but I needed to get the stream going, and if I left them on, it was gonna get picked up by the mic, because I had to tool around with it. So I am not watching them, so you go ahead and keep up with them, Camjack Ben. Dagnabbit, now I don't remember where I was. So, how was everybody's day? I hope you guys' day went well. Mine got better after Tomby and Nina started streaming, so I could sit down and pretend to relax while having to deal with a bunch of other stuff. It's been a while since I had my toenail injury, but I basically dropped a 10-pound weight on my, what was it, left? I can't remember if it was the left or the right. I think it was the left. But it was from about 4.5 feet up, and I had to crawl to the other side of the house to get help because I couldn't even talk. I may have been under shock. I'm not sure, but it was bad. Okay, well, at least now this could basically be a monitor. No, we gotta zoom in. I hope you mean the left toenail, Kenjack Ben, not the whole toe. Yes, those pains and aches, once they start, that flood never ends. I understand, Darren. I understand. Alright, that is acceptable for now. I'll have to zoom back out so I don't remember everything else that I was trying to do. guess I don't really need this up here anymore, so I'll close it. Alright, that's what I was looking for. Okay, so just gonna color the sprite's hair like it's a flame. And we'll start with blue. Blue. Then we'll hit some orange. And some yellow too. But this yellow, not that yellow. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but it needs lighting, shading, or something. Okay, good. Oh yeah, I was going to do this. Okay, where's the thing? Not her. Oh, this I can minimize. What's the... Oh, right. But that's different. I need the other... I need the Mega Man thing. And I don't remember where it put it, so I gotta go look for it. Hang on. Oh, I should have cropped that. Hold on, let me do that. This is one of the bosses from Mega Man X Dive, but the reason I'm trying to drag this out here, along with something else that I did a while back, is because it depicts the way to sort of attempt to do some form of shading on metal, and I am horrible at that in general, let alone metal. Forget about it. Okay. Okie dokie. You know, that could work for Grumpy too, now that I think about it. I should put it over there. Because of the mask. Okay. Please move. Sorry, it's being a bit annoying. Wonder why. Do I need to autocorrect it? Yeah, I could use them both. Why not? It's a little brighter this way. Okay, now I can close it. Pardon, there may be more interruptions like that. Just hopefully not right now. Ah, it's done. Alright, good. This, of course, will not be a ninja reference. Okay, good. Just saving that there on the grumpy drawing because I may be able to use some of that for his mask. Okay. Now I remember the other thing I need to do. It's work on those things. But there's another drawing I need, which I think I actually have inside the proper folder already. Alright, let's see if I can get it. I must admit, I am still tuckered out from a bunch of stuff I've had to do the last few days around here. Yes, no, maybe so. No, no, no. Wasn't it here? Oh, for crying out loud. No, it wasn't. Okay. Well, it was an earlier drawing. I'll just get it from there. Okay. Not that. This is the one. Alright. I need the pencil for it though, right? Right. That fell in, they should end up at the bottom. Alrighty then. Alright, it's open. Basically, I just have all, I wanted to get all of these out because I need to try to see this little gold part here on her boot is supposed to actually be metallic. I've never really done anything like that before. This is the closest thing to that I think I've ever done or tried to do before. So I need to give it some shine. Weird. Where's the history? Guess we'll have to deal with that. Oh, there it is. Okay. Over there somewhere. So that was this same gold, I believe. Is that really white? What the heck? Yeah, there we go. I was about to say. That can't actually be white. That just doesn't make any sense. Alright, so if it's alright, so it has to be from here. Since I kinda sorta have the light coming down around her a bit, then that's where this is going to wind up having to be. missed some spots. Ah, crap, I forgot to take out the trash. I will have to do that after the stream. Alright, Kenjack Ben, good night and God bless. Stay safe out there. This is not really how you do this, but I have to try something. Gotta start somewhere. Quite literally. Maybe. Alright. Maybe if I head it off at the pass a bit. Too much. It's so annoying being, or at least feeling, completely clueless about the thing you're trying to do. But in my textbooks, technically, I have covered shading and light in like 3 of them, and I still don't understand. This is where you just kind of have to be particularly driven, because it's not always going to work. Because if you don't have a teacher, you're not going to be getting that kind of feedback. It's going to be a little bit difficult to be able to tell if you're doing stuff, at least somewhat in the realm of correctness. I do agree with that, Darren. I agree. And I've been doing a lot more of that in the past 3 years than quite possibly the whole of the rest of my life. And I need to do it some more. Because my drawing has a lot to catch up to. I mean, I haven't made any secret of it. I even have it on my Ko-Fi or a couple of those social medias that is basically comic book art for your entertainment or bust. Like that's the base goal, we'll call it. It's kind of hard this way. Maybe a different yellow. Jeez. Hang on, let's try that. Hard to make it look like an actual reflection. And I know how they do it on metal usually, where I've sort of done it with what that's supposed to be up on her thighs, but I have no idea how to apply that here. I just don't. So, just gotta have to fly by the seat of my pants a little bit. Yes, just a little bit. Oh, okay, hang on. I can, instead of burning that, I can, what is that, dodge. Alright, so then, yeah, here we go. Let me make that a little brighter. Let's see if that'll do it. That's a little better. Is it better enough? I'm not sure, but we'll go with it. Yeah, different art form. Would that I could put it that way, Darren, but for now, it's the form that I'll have to do. Ah, there's the other place we have to test this out. Oh, too much. I should probably zoom in a lot more. I will. Alright, that's better. Okay. I really need at least 3 of these, so let's try here. Okay. All right. That's kind of working. Not super great, but alright, so let's do a little on her choker. acrylic and fake metal, I think. Fairly certain. Now I have said this is the final color, so that's going to remain, but I will do additional fixes to reflect on the black and white one whenever I actually get that done. Okay. Gosh, I wish I had a lighter brush on this program. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. I certainly hope so. Oh, what a mess that is. Huh. Okay. Sorry, I was muttering there. I just realized the mess I'm referring to is the whole Middle East situation. Not this. This is actually more or less legible for me, as opposed to that. Indeed it would. Indeed it would. do here too. I forgot. Okay, now that's for sure. Oh no. His boys had to go? Good lord. I feel for him too. That's awful. On the one end. On the other end, I'm sure they will do him very proud. This is essentially a 9/11 level event for them. And I know a lot of people got a lot of socio-political problems with Israel, but despite them, I still stand with God's people. That's who they are from when I was very, very little. They're the ones who got to see the Red Sea get split open from one end to the other. So, but Tankor, may they locate many of the enemy and deal with them accordingly. The stuff that gets on the news isn't even 10% of what Hamas actually does when they get across. It's unbelievable. Like they make the South American cartels look tame. Tame in comparison. Unreal. Oh, there. See, I did do a little bit more on that. I forgot. I did erase some of the spike heel, but I have not done a good job of coloring that so that it looks hologramish or what have you. Yeah. Although to be perfectly honest with you, Darren, skewed is it's too nice a word for what the news is. way too nice. way too nice a word for the truth of the news, of the fake news. Good lord. You know, I had forgotten, but that term was something that that old Trumpy actually flipped on them, because they actually started using that term first. And I completely had forgotten about that, but I remembered the other day. Oh, what a tangled web they weave. Although not so much when they don't care about being caught deceiving anymore. Okay, now that kind of, like, you can play with that off the black and white, because, you know, there'll be a dark point in the reflection, and you can just use that off the black and check it off the rest. So let's save that. I really shouldn't be spending time doing that, but with this one, I gotta take my time. This is the last one of these before. Actually, there was supposed to be one more, but now it's going to have to be done very differently because of what I want to try to do. I can. We both do. We both do okay there. I shouldn't be saying as much. Even Culture Casino has mentioned that mentioning even the names of these crises will get you throttled, but my channel isn't doing anything. YouTube doesn't care about me. So I can talk about it a little. I shouldn't get too flippant though. Alright. Okay, so is that official? I'm gonna say not yet. I'll try one more little shadowy thing here. Oh, Darren, sorry you keep having to bump heads with. By the way, I don't know if you know, but that is Chase in Texas. That's under the. What the heck is that account that was being annoying earlier tonight? What the heck is the name? I keep thinking got something, but that's not it. But you remember. Thank you for that, sir. I feel the same way. Ghost Dog, yes, thank you. I completely, like, which one is it? It's weird because that's actually a movie I like with Forrest Whitaker being a samurai in the hood. But anyway, I don't understand what Chase's deal really is, because he runs around and he whines and complains that I'm censored, stop censoring me. Yeah, but dude, you know, stuff in this chat ain't like it is in other chats. You're lucky we let you get away with as much as you do. Like like X-Ray Girls mods, they just shut them down. It's just like I've seen it. I've seen them do it. I'm just like, see, don't do that. Don't do that there. Don't be doing that in Nina's chat. Because I'm not gonna get in Darren's way. Because I don't always catch him when he starts up. And I seen him actually. Yes, R.I.P. Pepe indeed. Because he's that one, and he's got like 2 more, if I remember correctly. But he's got to stop that. I was like, why does he go, well, I'm going to be myself, I'm going to test it. And I seen him type stuff at you. Like, well, you can't this and that, and then you pretty much just turn him off. And then he's like, you know, gone forever. Until he comes back with other stuff. Now he doesn't do that in. Oh shoot! I didn't realize I'd done this. I don't know when I changed that, but clearly I wasn't noticing, so I'll just change it back. Hopefully I won't have to mess too much with the lines. Oh jeez. Okay. Anyway, so he doesn't seem, at least that I have seen, he doesn't do that in Tombi's chat. So it's like, why are you doing it in Nina's? So I'm gonna, if you remember to ask him that next time he acts up, please do. Because next time I see him, I'm gonna ask him. It's like, you don't do this in Tombi's chat. People ain't shutting you down in there. And half the time in Tombi's chat, he actually uses his Chase in Texas account. So it's like, why here? I mean, Nina herself has called him out a couple of times. When he starts his complaining and belly aching about, oh, you're shutting me down, free speech. Like, dude, this is somebody's channel. Somebody's channel who is trying to not have it taken down. So, yeah, no free speech. Not here. Here, the speech is agreed because I don't want you to destroy my channel. Because you want to be irresponsible with your speech. Because a lot of people do that. Well, I should just get to, well, you can, and whoever's chat's going to let you do that. But since YouTube is actually looking at my channel, I can't have you doing that here. Yeah, I mean, don't let him get you mad. Even when he tries to, like, say stuff directly to you to try to challenge you, it's just because, dude, you got other stuff going on, other stuff you got to do, than to mind chasing Texas all the time. So just time him out for a while and then keep on going about your day. I mean, when Ricada comes on, we got to deal with everybody else, and then that's when Crusader Saracen comes over, and they all have their manner of speech that doesn't get that done to it in Ricada's chat because he's got tons of mods still on YouTube. And he vowed to not mod anyone on Rumble because he doesn't want the chat to be all weird. So he just asked people, hey guys, stop it. And they usually do. Oh, so he did do dumb stuff in Tomby's chat? Alright, well, I didn't. See, this is what I mean. Like, I'm always got so much crap going on. I didn't even catch it. But he really ought not be doing that. Yeah, just don't. Basically, when he starts his whatever little routine, don't even respond, don't reply, just time him out, and get back to whatever you were trying to actually do that was that was productive. Because there's no point wasting your breath trying to talk to him when he just wants to act out and pop off and go wild and just say stuff that he's not supposed to say in Nina's chat. I mean, it's not like Nina's chat's supposed to be like family friendly or anything, but it's got to at least be chat friendly, at least YouTube friendly. Even with some of the crazy things people say in Ricada's chat, even in X-Ray Girl's chat sometimes. Heck, let alone Friday Night Tights. But he's got to dial it down. Can't keep going like this. Okay. Oh, hey, Genjek, man. I do understand what you mean. Sometimes it's like the sleep is just there and you just have to take your last action to make sure you fall in bed and not on the floor. So I can understand that. Oh, dang it. Friggin' elbow. Hold on, let me put this thing down here so that I don't destroy it. Okay, there. Now I have a good rest for it. Well, X-Ray Girl herself is unintentionally spicy. Until sometimes when she actually means to be, and then it's pretty funny. Still. She's good people. But when she was starting this out, I don't know if it was her that did it or Gary that did it, but there was a stream, and I think this was sometime around the first time that they were going to have Alex Jones on, but her real name got put on the screen. But the chat apparently didn't completely notice. But I noticed. So I just sent him a message. I said, guys, you can see this here. And then they caught it and they moved it. And I think Gary edited it out of the stream later. Which is good. Very good. Alright, let me try this. Is that what it's missing? sort of make it look reflecty. Not sure. Not really sure. She really is. Yeah, I don't know which one of them did it, but somebody... Because this was early on in X-Ray Girl's FNT career. Well, not that early, but by comparison to now, we'll say early. So I don't know exactly what it was, but one of the two of them, they just left her hanging out there. I'm not even sure Quarterblack was doing as much, if he was even earlier, because I think Quarterblack was still going back and forth between Gary and Crowder. Smart move on his part, especially to do it, amicably. He probably saw some of that which is lightly talked about out there and said, well, I got a chance to make a jump, and I just gotta leave a window open, and I think he did it right. Alright, Ken Jack Ben, what is X-Ray Girl's real name? Let's test that out. I'm curious, because if it's that easy, that's a little dangerous. I'm not entirely sure it should be that simple. I mean, he still does, because he still goes back and forth every once in a blue moon, but just not anywhere near as much as he used to. Here? Where do I put this white? Jeez. No, not there. I think it needs some. Gosh, is this going out on 20? Yeah, I guess it is. I mean, I know we both do, but Darren, but the reason I'm asking Ken Jack Ben is because I would like for him to test that theory, because if he can actually get it, that is scary. So please, Ken Jack Ben, let us know what your results are on that, because I mean, everybody knows Gary's, Neurotic's real name because he said it, not because it's out there. X-Ray Girl is not trying to have her stuff out there. So if Ken Jack Ben can just get it like that off of a search engine, well, somebody's gonna have to let her know. Okay. That's kind of what I was doing here, but But when I did this drawing, this drawing here, actually, that's not my character. That character is called Ursa the Ursa? Eula? The frig? No, it's Ursula the Cosmic Courier. It was done by somebody that called themselves Chromatroid on Twitter. And they had a thing. Well, maybe I can just show you the original. I kind of had it out earlier. So, he was sort of holding his own little private contest, which kind of taught me a bit of a lesson. And I will be making sure I do not do that until I'm at least a professional, until I at least got one book under my belt. So, no, Ken Jack Ben, that is not her name. I'm afraid not. So there is still some hope left. Okay, so you see this. This was what Chromatroid had posted. I have no idea who or what Chromatroid is, male, female, or what have you. I just know that they like Transformers, but they had this thing as redesign my OC, which was this. And I have no idea how to do that, but basically that's a character done kind of. It's kind of, well, like not so much anime, but animation. And it was colored like animation, which is something that I had intended to try to learn how to do over 20 years ago, because I figured, okay, this is a lot faster, so I could at least show light that way. And that way I could at least get some of my stories off the ground, but I hadn't even been able to, like, I had basically notes of characters and events and happenings, so I didn't have enough of that together to do it then, so even if I had been able to do that, I still wouldn't have been able to tell the story. And when I did I did the Ursula drawing that I said. No, what I'm saying is that's why I wanted you to test a Kenjac Bank to see if it actually does come up with a real name, and that is not it. She is not a contemporary namement with the Black Widow. Okay, so then this is the character that he had drawn and colored or what have you, and so I decided, and now this was, I had maybe done maybe two or three of the drawings that I think I was up to the third drawing that I have on my Instagram, and I actually think I posted it on the Twitter back then too. But ultimately, that was his OC. That's the way he had done it, and I was like, wow, that's exactly the kind of thing I wanted to be able to do. Sort of like what, if you guys remember, Dreamwave Studios was doing with Transformers. I love those freaking comics. I don't have nearly enough of them, but they were beautiful. They're fantastic. And I wanted to try to learn how to do that way, which Kenjac Bennett, that's kind of similar to, that's kind of one of the reasons that told me to go along with what you were thinking of with me trying to approach the Bruce Timm stuff, because I'm like, you're thinking very similar to what I was thinking even then, because I really was. And so that's kind of why I went with that. So I went and actually, I took the challenge and I redrew his OC. Sort of, I can't say in my style. I don't know what that is. So I've never claimed to have one. I'm not going to, try to blow up myself or anything like that, because I have no idea what the heck my style is, if anything. I can say this much, I'm still trying to figure it out. That's about as far as I'll go. But ultimately I drew it, I did it, and I worked really hard on it, but I had no idea how to do stuff with stars then. This is long. This is almost 30 drawings before I started messing around with the rainbow lanterns here. And I don't understand what happened. But after I uploaded it and I said, okay, I did it. What do you think? Do you like it? The responses were very strange. I wish I would have screen capped them, because shortly thereafter he shut his Twitter down. And he was taking commissions and everything. So I don't know what the heck happened. I certainly would not be so arrogant as to think that me redrawing his character had that effect, because that wouldn't make any sense. But he seemed to like it, but expressed that begrudgingly. I don't know how else to put it. But given what had happened then, I stuck with it, because this to me is an effort on my part that looks like stuff that I was trying to do when I was little. Now, it's not good or anything like that, not yet, but it's a starting point to kind of sort of where I would like to head, because I was able to do things with this that I normally can't in drawings, which is just sort of shade stuff a bit better. And that's what I'm trying to do with the lanterns now, because basically it's the same type of characters, the same type of stuff with the shading. That's why I brought it back up, because I often think of it, because it's like, okay, I have to try to apply what I did with Ursula to other stuff, and I always forget. Drives me nuts. Okay, let's move that. And let's move this back. What is it? 1? Alright, it's 1 already. Okay. No problem, Darren. Hola Hail, Ancient One. Thank you for stopping on by. Hope you're having a decent day, 'cause it's crazy outside. That much is for sure. And thanks for the cool intro, man. I appreciate that. Oh, come on. There it is. Alright. That might be too thick, but we'll work with it for now. I'm going to save that. I am. That'll be 29. Man, this is probably going to go long. Because the stuff that I thought of in my head that I would like to do with this. But basically, shade. Oops, too much. But I have to learn how to do it with black, not just darker colors. Which, as you can see, I am not particularly good at, but it's a learning process. Gotta keep going. As Darren said earlier, onward and a forward. Yes, we can't jump all over her for that and not be practicing ourselves. Certainly not. But she does have. I'm surprised she doesn't do better with water, or maybe she just doesn't have to because she does it off stream. Because look, I don't know about you guys, but I got a 3-liter. I got a 3-liter bottle of water next to me. 2 of them, actually. Just about all the time. Alright, I need to burn here. Because I need to know, I need darker for this. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do quite nicely. Okay. Okay, what do you guys think? Can I get away with that? I think I can, for now. Not forever, but it's a start. I'm so terrible at shading. It's been my Moriarty, my literal lifelong foe. It's not a rival, it is my oppression that I just have not been able to learn how to freaking shade. It is maddening. Every time I open a comic book and I see people being able to just do stuff with blacks, and I'm always afraid to try it, because I'm like, oh, I'm going to screw it up. But you know what? Time's up. It's not only time to try it, it's just time to do it. Because if I don't start now, I never will. As I so often tell Ken Jack Bent. Can't be stuck in, well, for lack of a better expression, fear. You cannot fear failure. You must jump face first into it and fall on your face and learn how to not do that the next time. Oh, mercy. All right. I hate failing. I hate getting it wrong, but if I never actually try to do it, then failing is all that's in my future, and well, I can't very well have that now, can I? That would be very much no good. That were kind of no good. Oh, yeah, forgot. White. Let's do one tiny little streak of white. Yep. It's gotta be. I mean, she's in Cancun. It's not exactly cold there. You don't gain confidence without allowing yourself to run into a few walls head first. You know what they say about cracking eggs. Crap. Whoops. Wrong. Alright, there we go. Alright, there we go. That's better. You're right then. Right. You have to be patient enough to allow yourself to learn confidence. That is pretty much it right there, Jack Ben. And I have not been that at all. And that was a mistake. Let's erase that. Okay, so now there's some more shading on it that you can't really see. I hate that too. Let me show you guys something I did earlier. Last year, well, you guys know Cyberfrog, I'm sure. And last year, well, I've had a froggy type female character in my head for a long time. I wrote backstory for her, where it comes from, the scientist that screws up, that turns her into what it turns her into, and she even had a pet salamander that I have affected with the stuff serum. I don't know what to call it, but it's an old thing that I had in my head for like 20 years, and so I wrote it down, just like with everything else. So this is the, well, let me get to the pencils. deal with it there. Not get too far. Since I do, oh, that's right, they're all still here. Okay, so I should be able to get back there soon. Soon-ish, perhaps. Because I took, at least I think I took all of the, oh, I did, but I took those pictures afterwards. Alright, I gotta scroll way further. Because I did 2 little sketches of her last year. Yeah, okay, there we go. Right, so this is the ink. And right there. I'll have to open up the whole screens for this. Yes, flying should be that easy, Darren. It should. It absolutely should. I don't know if you can see that any better, but basically that's her. But that's not what she looked like when I sketched her. When I sketched her the first time, she looked like this. But it was just pencils, so it's a bit difficult. But let me try to get closer to the point. So I finished both of the little sketches I'd done earlier today. Let me see if this one has it. Yeah, okay, so now she kind of looks like this, but you can see that I tried to outline a bit of, you know, muscle under the bust, because I'm just trying to test it out to see, okay, where can I make light hit so I can see darkness. Alright, so this is the first. Oddly enough, after I finished them both, I wound up making it so that she's got multiple stages, sort of like in Werewolf the Apocalypse, because of the way that the scientist made the thing. So I made this the 3rd stage before she goes like full frog. However, the previous drawing is of the 2nd, because it's a little bit leaner, a little bit lighter, a little bit taller, and I also drew 2 extra arms on her, because why not? Oh, actually, bear with me, guys. Now that I'm here, since I needed to move all of this over, I should just take it. Hold on. Need to go to the next folder over. I know what you mean, Kenjack Ben, but that first sketch was literally a sketch. I need to know what she actually looks like. Here's I'll show you what I wound up having to dub the 2nd stage. See, that very, very first drawing I couldn't really use because it was just a loose sketch. Like I can't ink that. I can't color that. I can't tell a story with that. I know what you mean about the minimalism thing, but, well, this is the second one, which we pulled yes, a little bit behind the scenes, Darren. I'm just a little bit, because it's necessary because of what I was talking about earlier. So what you see there, you see the date 9/22/22. It stayed like that for a year, because I would go back to it. Like, this is the same folder that Infinite Hope, folder. This is the same sketchpad that the Infinite Hope that I drew is in. So it stayed like this for about a year. A little bit more than a year, actually, because it was the 22nd of September that I drew it in. And I would just flip to it every once in a while. Like, I can't figure out where do I go from this? Like, I get it, she's a frog. And then, I don't know if you guys remember on a stream the other night where I was telling myself about a story I needed to track down, and it was hers. Because really, when I wrote it, it wasn't with the name that I gave it. But when I drew it, that is the character that I was thinking of, even though I gave her a different name. And then I remembered that story, and I'm like, oh, that would be perfect for this. That should be what this is. And thank the good Lord, after a little bit of prayer, he actually led me to where I had completely forgotten that I'd left it. So I got it, I updated it, I put it in the campfire thing for the modern day world thing. And so now, at least the story's safe. So let me turn this off. Let's cut to yesterday, because I finished pencils on it yesterday. And then I think I can actually show you what I mean. Hold on. Autocorrect. Okay, I guess it doesn't want to. Well, anyway, so this is the finished product. Still has 5 fingers, but when she turns into this thing, the pinky turns into an opposite thumb. Same thing with the toes, but the little two ones turn into this and that. Now, I won't go that much behind the scenes. Like, I'm sure you what it looks like, but I won't tell you everything, because I need to write that story and be able to make up how that's going to happen. So as you can see with this one, this is a little bit leaner, a little bit taller. She also has 2 other appendages that will have other uses than what you see, not just that. But you see, I was trying a little bit to sort of shade it. You see, around the thighs, a little bit there, around the chest a little bit there in the bosom, and around the other 2 appendages, and around her left fist, like I just sort of, tried to darken that in a little bit. So now let's go to about 4 hours ago. Has it been that long? Yeah, I think so. Oh, thank the good Lord for this microphone, for real. I'm just glad you guys can actually understand me now. So this is what I mean. I would like to do more of this to get that better, because you see where stuff is dark, to offset light. I'm trying to take the path of Razorfist, but his path is particularly difficult. Because he basically says you should just start out with all black in your mind, and what you should be doing as the drawing is peeling away just enough light to show people a little bit of the visage that you want to show them. But as you can see, I darkened in the area around the thigh muscles and left a little bit of light behind it, and then I darkened it under here in the pelvic zone, and under here, and the what is it, rib cage or something. And then I actually darkened in a little bit more under the forearm, and technically, believe it or not, bicep, because the actual joint is back here. So this is a bit under the bicep and under the forearm there, and then a bit under the bicep, forearm there, and you can see I even got a little bit under her chin. But that is what I mean. I'm trying to. Right, exactly, Darren. But this is the thing, and the shading is something that I've just been. It has just mortified me. It has supplanted me. It has destroyed me. I have never been able to do it, and then I've just. So this is me. I'm gonna slam my head into the wall, because as I keep telling Ken Jackman, if I never start, I'll never do it. So I started again, and I'm trying to do that and make that so I can actually. Oh, good. At least now that's there. I'll try to color her and stuff later, because I still don't actually know what colors I'm going to try to use there. But those are the type of things that I need to apply here, which is why this Ursula drawing has become, well, coloring. I should say the coloring, because none of this happened in the pencil at all. None of it. That was all completely me just, using the brush with that color and trying to swipe away at everything. But yeah, this particular effort is me swimming against that tide and actually succeeding. For me, someone else who's an actual artist is not going to have that same opinion, but for me, for my efforts, this is well worth keeping, because going back to it has helped me try to map it out, so that even if I don't entirely understand the concepts that the book is trying to teach me, I can at least use this so that I can, at the very worst, if necessary, copycat my way through by just applying stuff I see in the one drawing in other places in the other. Speaking of which, I have something else I need to burn. Yes, right there. Well, thank you for saying so, Ken Jack Ben. I don't entirely agree as of yet, but like I said, learning process. Alright, so but that is the deal. And that's why I am so particularly desperate to get up this molehill, because it's, well, you guys don't understand. You guys don't know. It's just been so long. I have been defeated by this foe for almost as long as Israel has been fighting her opponents. Like, it's awful. I go look at Malin's drawings. Well, just any comic book I pick up and I can see people clearly shading. I'm like, why can I not understand this? So it's another one of those things I pray on and about, and Lord's been answering a bit more of late. So I'm doing my best to listen and learn. He's the one that reminds me to go back and look at the Ursula drawing. It's like, okay, you had something there. Do that. Don't leave that alone. Now that I'm noticing it, I still don't know what led me to draw an omega sign under her rainbow there. That's weird. But I'm going to keep it. Let's see if we can shave some of this off while we're here. I must ask for y'all's apologies. This is kind of the way that I work. And it can get a bit frustrating to follow me around because I'll be aiming to go do one thing and then I'll notice something else that's like, oh dear God, I need to fix that, so I'll have to stop doing that and then go deal with it. That's just the way it is. Alright, now a little bit more black. Yes, that sounds familiar, Darren. I can't remember it quite, but I agree that, yes, something like that, at the very least. Oh, man. Nope. Gotta behave. Okay. Okay, that's something. But I should use it here as well. Oops, some bits there. Alright, I'll keep that too. You kidding me? Watching Dan Fraga draw is frustrating and exhilarating all at once because you can do that with a pen. I want to get there. That's pretty much all that's going through my brain at the time. Drug-addled brain. Yeah, man, I love me some Fraga. Fraga boom. Yeah, I already put it in the long box, but I found my old Black Flag #1 from the 90s that he did with Todd McFarlane. Good times. I'm glad he's bringing it back. And more importantly, doing it on his own. Wait, something else popped in. Didn't I see that? I didn't see that. Oh, yeah. A Hugh Grant movie, you say? Okay. Okay. Hugh is a bit difficult to separate his life from his artistry. Because of so many hijinks, not the least of which is wasting Elizabeth Hurley. I don't understand. Like, you have Elizabeth Hurley. What more do you want? Dude. That is criminal. Let's try this. Alright. Let's stick with it for now. But I still have to figure it out here. And I don't think I have to dodge, but good lord, look at that. Look at how bright that is. But I don't know what other color to use to quote-unquote highlight the muscle tone. Which way would it be coming from? I guess kind of this way. Okay. Alright, and then I guess it would spread out a bit. Okay. Did I turn off? Yeah, I turned the OBS chat off. Hey, Jacob Ironside. How the heck did you wind up here? No, I'm just kidding. Welcome. Welcome, Jacob Ironside, and thank you for coming. I'm glad to have you. I'm glad to have one and all who actually want to come in and run around this thing with me. But yeah, man, glad you came out. I know it's late, but that's kind of how it is for some of us. And the main reason that I am streaming this late as it stands is because I got a lot to learn, and I would rather learn it. How do you put it there? I'd rather not learn it in pieces, because if I started trying to do this in the afternoon or the mornings, I wouldn't be able to keep up with stuff. You know, this is actually kind of working. Son of a gun. I was not expecting it to, but okay. But yeah, so I stream this late because I'm trying to learn the ropes. And there's a bunch of people that I would very much love to stream with, but I don't know the ropes yet, so this way I can do it with my brain in some sort of peace. But now I need a oh, okay, well, I'll burn it. Okay. But where do I put it? Oh, good lord. How about here? Does that work? Yeah, I guess it'll have to. Oh, goodness. You know, a lot of artists that I watch, even the ones in Comicsgate, because this is how Diaz and Malin both feel about it, perspective is their hell. It is their nightmare. My hell in artistry is light and controlling it, figuring out where it comes from. It just hates me, and it won't do what I tell it to. But the other problem is I don't know how to actually tell it to do what I need it to do. But for the first time, I'm seeing something a bit different. And I really thought that should have been on the outside. But clearly that would have been a terrible mistake, so let's do both sides. Ah, gotcha, Jacob. Gotcha. But yeah, man, you're welcome here as anyone else. But please, Don't expect Megatron level drawings. I am not even remotely close to that yet. I'm just trying to get along and avoid falling in the river Styx over here before I can actually get some of these ideas out into the world, hopefully, by way of a book or a campaign or two. But it's that thing, yet again, if I never start, I never will. I'll never get there, so I gotta start doing it at some point or it's just never gonna happen. If you just stand there staring at a thing you want in the window, you're never gonna go be able to work to get the money you need to pay for it so you can have it. I mean, why ask how much the doggy in the window is if you can't afford to buy the poor thing? What use is that to the puppy? Yes, yes. The riddle of steel, the riddle of light. Oh, that's a good one. What is best in life, Rainbowbrite? Conquer your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of their women. Now, for some reason, I went slightly Polish there and completely left my half-baked Austrian. Don't know what happened, but it did. It's just stuff. You know who does that really well? Razor Fist. People request that of him sometimes on his streams, and it's hilarious to hear him say it. But usually what he winds up, people usually ask him to do the Rutger Hauer speech as like Hank Hill and all sort of other characters that he actually can do voices for. It's pretty funny. Thanks, Darren M. I'm not so sure, but I'll take it. Speaking of Conan, you know, I have that game. Every time I turn it on, I suck so bad at it. I'm just like, okay, not this week. But I try it every once in a while, a little more and a little more. But this is one of those few times where I have not gotten better at it at all. Like that Conan. I have it on PS4 also. That shouldn't have anything to do with it, but it may. Alright, let's see. Can you see that from out here? Yeah, I guess kinda, sorta now. Maybe I should make it a little thicker. Not sure. Oh, but I gotta do the ones below there too. No, I'm not. Razor Fist does those. Listen to his streams. You'll run into it. I can't tell you for exactly which ones, but people ask him to do that Rutger Hauer speech from Blade Runner all the time on his streams. And Doomcop's got his own set of impressions that he does that I like too. He was just celebrating 6 years doing this ridiculous insanity earlier today. 6 years. That's quite a bit of time to be YouTubing. But Razor Fist, Rippa, Melanie Mac, God, so many other people have done it for so much longer than that. Stuttering Craig from Side Scrollers is another one. Is this done? Oh, it's still at 3. I need to change that to 1. Alright. I'm just gonna freaking see this, but that's the sense it'll make. I guess my ultimate problem with this stuff is that I don't internally really understand it, even though I see the description in the textbook and I do the assignment with the ball, trying to darken certain parts of the ball to show where the light is coming from. But I can't figure out why I can't just understand. I think I'm overthinking it, frankly, because I do that a lot. But I just can't seem to grasp this concept of doing this with light. I mean, practice, I'm sure, is a part of it too, because I certainly haven't done it that much. But it's one of those things you need to actually do in order to actually get good at it. But for some reason, I do it and do it and do it, and it doesn't stick. The definition of crazy is doing the same thing multiple times and expecting the same outcome. And I've been crazy for a very long time. Craziness indeed. Listen, the last thing anybody wants is letting Harvey loose. You can't do that. You just can't do that. That's bad for humanity. That's bad for life in general, throughout the whole of existence. Harvey loose is death to the world. We can't do that. That's no good. I feel like this should be thicker. Alright, here's what I'll do. We'll save it so that there is a record. And this way, this is also part of my insanity. This way I can always go back. I can always go back and access it later, and I'll save a PNG version of it as well as a Photoshop version of it, so it's easier for me to see. Oh, I like that, Darren. I like that. And yes, loads of craziness, Ancient One, for sure. Ain't no joke around here. Alright, let's get back up here. Sorry guys, my chair is running over itself somehow. I need to stop it doing that. Okay, there we go. Alright, so let's try and make this a wee bit more noticeable. Having this happen here, and then we'll just do more of that there. May not need the super bright end, but I kind of think I should still use it. that's more the idea. Okay. Alright, so let's see if we can use the bright one now. It's just a little line. Like happy little trees. So yeah, that's part of the goal. The goal is multifaceted and way too much for me to chew or bite off of right now. But yeah, I would like to be able to stream with some other folks. Heck, you guys if you want. Maybe be able to invite people in, but I don't have a sufficient hold of my tools. And I can't do the Twitter thing, so I can't like easily share the link to people either. It'll be easier for me to get on somebody else's stream, more than likely, than it would be to get someone else on mine. But live and learn, onward and forward. I think because this is the bright spot that it'll have enough contrast from zoom view that this won't really be a problem. At least I think so, but we'll see. Wait, look down. Oh my gosh. That show would, well, maybe not now because they've been losing quite a few of the fans, but dude, I would go to that show. Kiss versus Gore on stage for a whole concert. That would break concerts. That would break the internet. You gotta show up for that. Yeah, that would be one heck of a show, if ever there was one. But I'd be there. I've never seen either one of them live. But I would definitely try to go. Well, you know, as long as I actually had capital with which to make purchases, yes. That's right. Happy little trees. Dude, that movie would make Marvel money. Combine Bob Ross with Mr. Rogers. I mean, like real Marvel money, as in old Marvel money. Because new Marvel money, well, it doesn't exist. Let's just face it. You know who I really would like to draw? Shang-Chi, as in the deadly hands of Kung Fu. I mean, I know, I get it. I know that basically that was them cashing in on the Bruce Lee craze. But I very much like the Shang-Chi character design. The original one, not the Simu Liu atrocity. And it is, by the way. I hate that stupid suit with the whole of my heart. so embarrassing for a man to turn into Brie Larson before his first Marvel movie comes out. Ridiculous. Yeah. I don't know. Oh. Duh. Forgot one. Doodly. Well, I wasn't sure I'd even get this far, because I thought I'd fall asleep by now, but thanks for keeping me up, guys. Appreciate it. Gotta get this thing done. And I don't think if you weren't here, I would be able to do just that. Hang on a second. Left something on. I will be right back. Speaking of hydration, I'm going to go grab some now, guys, so intermission time for a couple minutes. I'll be right back. that. Alright, I'm back. Hopefully that'll take care of the sounds there. Hydration complete. And to all you guys, I miss Bob Ross and Mr. Rogers. Good guys. Good guys, them. Oh, hang on a second. Put this. Oh, it's a little cold in here. Oh no. It ran out of juice. What an inopportune time. And I thought I was charging this thing. Okay, let's see. Hang on, let's go back. Where's the chat? See if this thing will connect to the chat again. For some reason, it just won't. You too, Jacob. Okay, so you're about an hour's. It's actually 2 a.m. for me, so you're about an hour's difference from me. But in any case, have a good night and a great rest, and stay safe out there, man. Thanks for coming. Now where was I? This, right? Gotta do this. What do you mean stream not found? It's right there. Ay, ay, ay. But that explains that. This thing literally, even though I started the stream here, it can't tell that I actually am here. But that is why I have no chat. Okay, fine. Close it up. There is another way. Don't really want to do it on here. Not that. Go away, Opera. Jeez. But not really, because this is why I made that the default web browser. That way when silly stuff wants to come on, it does not disrupt what I am doing. Right. Let's get a little bit more in while we wait for that. Oh, that's true. I did start right before. I literally started right before midnight here. It was less than 10, maybe less than 5 minutes. I'm not even sure. The bright part I might have to get rid of that. But we'll go with this for now. We'll go with this for now. Honestly, this thing's gonna take so long. I'd like to just go try and see if I can color that Rana drawing that I did earlier, but nope. Rainbowbrite, this is what we gotta do. Oh, shoot. Speakers off, speakers down. Okay. But at least this way I can see it. I'd like to just go try and see if I can color that Rana drawing that I did earlier, but
this also being the case, I'm going to close this because it's going to get bad.
Okay, should only be doing one of those at a time. Speakers off, speakers down. Putting the stream in so I can hear playback. Let me see if it'll work. Okay, testing playback, testing playback. Waiting for the echo. See how loud it comes in. Oh, that's not nearly as loud as I thought it would be. Okay. I guess I could leave it up. Putting the stream in so I can hear playback. Let me see if it'll work. Okay, testing playback, testing playback. Oh wait, that's a little bit louder. Alright, let's turn that down. See how loud it comes in. Okay, good enough. We'll leave it there. Alright, now what else can I do? Oh, that's not nearly as loud as I thought it would be. Okay, I guess I could leave it up. Man, I knew this one was gonna be extra crispy hard, but like almost every other time I look at it, I see something else where I'm like, oh, I need to fill that in. Oh, I need to put that in. Okay, good enough. We'll leave it there. Alright, now what else can I do? Oh, that's not nearly as loud as I thought it would be. Okay. I guess I could leave it. Hold on, did it say that thumbnail needed to be... And I knew this one was gonna be extra crispy hard, but I was trying to see if I could. Well, no, I saw somewhere to try to upload a thumbnail to it, but it wants it. Whatever you use, it wants it to be no more than 2 megabytes in. I don't know if I can compress it down that far. Oh boy. Where is it? Oh, there we go. I was trying to see if I could... well, no. I saw somewhere to try to upload a thumbnail to it, but it wants it... Whatever you use, it wants it to be... See, that's 327 alone. I don't know if I can compress it down that far. Oh, in case you're wondering, that's what's back there. Most of you guys know what that is. Between this monitor and my first smaller monitor, there's 2 images getting run through it. I don't know if I can compress it down that that are all from a Tenjin or Temjin Hidetaka art book for, Macross in general. Certainly including Macross Plus. Although I think this one actually was more for Macross Plus, and they just decided to draw the original Valkyries.
There's 2 images getting run through it.
Jeez, what the heck was that? Alright, down with this, up with this. That are all from a Tenjin or Temjin Hidetaka art book for, Macross in general. Let me see if there's anything in here that's
including Macross Plus.
Smaller than a PNG. I don't think there is. Those are bigger. Those are bigger. I have no idea what that is. Or what any of those are. Gee, what the heck was that? Alright, down this, up with this. Oh, can I save it as a GIF? But will it be smaller? It doesn't tell me what the size is. Smaller than a PNG, I don't think there is. Those are bigger. Those are bigger. No idea what that is. Or what any of those are. But I also don't think I've ever saved a GIF before. Alright. Can I save it as a GIF? Let's save it as suggested and see how big the file is. What the size is. Oh, definitely didn't come here. But I also don't think I've ever saved a GIF before. Alright. Can't believe the speaker's working. Let's save it as suggested and see how big the file is. 102. Okay, refresh. One thing I do like about this stylus on this little board is that it also works just like the mouse. Makes my life just a teeny bit easier. Can't believe the speaker's working. Oh dear. Oh, it is working. Ooh, that's the correct size. Alright, let's try it. Okay, refresh. I'm gonna go try to actually upload a thumbnail to the stream. One thing I do like about this stylus on this little board is that it also works just like the mouse. Makes my life just a teeny bit easier. Sorry, this is on the other screen. If I move it, it'll mess with the stream. Ooh, that's the correct size. Alright, let's try it. Okay, so if I save a GIF of a thing, it'll be even smaller than a PNG file. To the stream. I don't know what it'll actually look like yet, but well. Okay. On the other screen. Let's hope and pray this actually works. Okay, so if I save a GIF of a thing, it'll be even smaller than a PNG file. I don't know what it'll actually look like yet, but well. Show me all files, please. Pray this actually works. Okay, let's see. No, I already added it to a playlist. Need to know if it'll take this as a thumbnail. Okay, let's see. Well, they're killing me. Alright, enough of that. Back to wake. I don't know if it'll take this as a thumbnail. And thank you, Darren. Indeed. Okay. It's not quite everything. Oh, they're killing me. Alright, enough of that. Back to wake. Alright, let's do a little bit more work around the legs. Burn here. And when I say that, I don't mean literally burning. That's just what Photoshop calls it. So, if you put a color up somewhere and you take the burn tool, you can go burn that color, because ultimately you passing the burn tool over it will make it darker, because of course burning things makes them all brown. Whatever, you know what I mean. And they also have the dodge tool, which does the opposite effect, which I don't never understand why they were named that way, but if you put a color up somewhere, it be what it be. You take the burn tool, you can go burn that color, because ultimately you passing the burn. I mean, I don't know. I didn't make this program. The people that eventually had Industrial Lights and Magic made Photoshop, so I didn't name any of this stuff at all. They also have the dodge tool, which does the opposite effect, which I don't never understand why they were named that way, but it be what it be. I mean, what they used to make Star Wars wound up as Photoshop years later. I mean, I don't know. I didn't make this program. The people that eventually had Industrial Lights and Magic made Photoshop, so I didn't name any of this stuff at all. Okay. What they used to make Star Wars wound up as Photoshop years later. This drawing has become a harder mountain to climb than I envisioned, but it's worth it. Okay. It's definitely worth it. this drawing has become a harder mountain to climb than I envisioned, but it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. Well, but it's not the same. I think it'll still be sufficiently effective. Yes, it was. A nice, lovely shadow. It's not the same. I think it'll still be sufficiently effective. Yes, it was. Hey, what the heck? I just realized. Speaking of flooding. Darren, I hope you can forgive me for this, but I had noticed that I thought I had already done this. No, not that. This one. Okay, there we go. That problem is fixed. Hey, what the heck? I just realized. Alright, Sir Darren M. I have knighted you with a wrench. Darren, I hope you can forgive me for this. I somehow didn't realize that I hadn't done it yet. But you got it now. No, how the heck I forgot to do that this long. But you know what? I was only messing around with the moderator stuff like maybe on the second, third stream, and I just haven't even thought about it since then. Now, you have the power. Alright, Sir Darren M. I have knighted you with a wrench. I somehow didn't realize that I hadn't done it. Can't believe I had to be half asleep to notice that. That's pretty silly. How the heck I forgot to do that this long. But you know what? I was only messing around with the moderator stuff like maybe on the second, third stream, and I just haven't even thought about it since then. Now, you have the power. Alright, Sir Darren M. I have knighted you with a wrench. Can't believe I had to be half asleep to notice that. I do not hate that. I wonder if I can make it work in here. But you know what? I was only messing around with moderator stuff like maybe on the second, third stream. Very similar blue after all. Okay, I can get away with it in there. Fantastic. And you. Even better, just as good. I do not hate that. I wonder if I can make it work in here. Very similar blue after all. Okay, I can. No, I will take that as a badge of honor. Thank you. I most certainly do not have that. But yes, and of course, you know, we do the thing. We're at the Continental every day, at Nina's Continental, because she practically streams every day almost now. But I guess that's what happens. You know, I still get really annoyed when people try to bring up the BBC, the real BBC stuff, like it's like they're trying to make fun of her for it. Like, it makes me mad, but I have to hold it. I have to hold back.
No,
I can't just start
I will
yelling.
take that as a badge of honor. Thank you. I most certainly do not have that, but
Because, like, people just won't.
we do the thing. We're at the Continental.
There are still a few people that when Nina goes in other chats,
Practically straight.
sometimes Flashcast chats, they won't let it go and they want to
But I guess that's
start stuff. And I want to beat them up, but I don't have a wrench on Flashcast.
People try to bring up
So it's probably better I don't.
stuff like it's like
I might exercise my power for revenge, and you're not supposed to do
I
that.
have to hold it. I have to hold back.
Okay.
Can't just start yelling.
Oh, jeez. Duh.
Because, like people
Gotta
just
actually
won't,
fill that in.
There are still a few people that when Nina goes in other chats, sometimes Flashcast chats, they won't let it go and they want to.
Yeah,
Start
it's
stuff.
she didn't get dropped. It's not like she got fired. It's
Beat 'em up,
just
but I don't have a wrench on Flashcast.
Gary was taking the stream in a different direction. It was Az that brought her in there.
I might exercise my power for revenge, and you're not supposed to do that.
And frankly, I liked her on there. I have not been able to make it because I'm literally at a talent wall. But
Actually, fill that.
well, I told you, Darren, about the infinite hope that I did for Nina. I think I showed it to you guys on a stream, one of the streams. And
Yeah, she didn't
so
get
there are
dropped.
other ideas I've had like that about YouTubers and what like to like make drawings, make
Gary was
art.
taking the stream in a different direction.
And one of the ones that I wanted to do was going to be I was just going to do a Mimi one that was going to be the real BB She for when Nina was on there with with X-Ray Girl all the time.
I have not been.
And even though that
I'm literally at a talent wall, but
my inability to get it done has outlasted Nina's being there, I'm still going to draw it when I'm actually able to, and I'm still going to share it.
one of those streams.
And if people ask, well, that's not, she's not on that show.
That's not YouTubers and whatnot
Go
to,
look.
make
She was.
art. And one of the ones I wanted to do was going to be this.
Right. You got to hold the hold back. You have to hold back the Hulk mod. That's
X-ray girl.
that's the one you gotta
And
play.
even
Key was
though
like,
that-
nope, you can't come out here to play. You're gonna mess stuff up.
My
Can't have him
inability
around.
to get it done has outlasted Nina's being there. I'm still going to draw it when I'm actually able to, and I'm still going to share it. And if people ask, well, that's not, she's not on that
I
show.
may be being a little bit too emboldened using this, but I'm kind of having fun.
Right. You got to hold the hold back. You have to hold back the Hulk mod.
But yeah, it annoys me when people try to be mean to her, considering how nice she is to everybody. And before anybody says anything about Az, they're just playing. That's just fun for the audience. She seems almost like a little sister to him. She's nice. Oh yeah. Yes. Me too. I gotta be honest with you. That thing might be yet another year off, because that's how long ago I thought of it and wrote the idea down. But when I started to try to do pencils on it, I'm like, I can't do this yet. But when that's ready, it should have all 5 of them, because it'll have Gary, Az, Mahler, Nina, and X-Ray Girl. I even wanted to put in like a little scene in it if I have sufficiently large paper where I actually have both of them in the intro in the car with Gary, Az, and Mahler. I always wanted to see that. Perry Chan supposedly made it, but that was right around when Gary had his change of heart, so we never got to see it.
But when that's ready,
But
it should
yeah.
have all 5 of them, because it'll
But
have
yeah,
Gary,
I
Az,
still want to
Mahler,
make it. It's a
Nina,
long
and
ways off,
X-Ray
but
even wanted to
Still gonna get there. I mean, I still want to draw the
large paper where I actually have
Crisis on Infinite Tijuanas with Gary, Doomcock, and Mexican Iron Man. That one will probably bring up some sore feelings, but hey, look, it's a snapshot in time.
Supposedly made it, but that was right around when Gary had his change of heart, so we never got to see it.
Oh, you would. Hey, look, if you like it and it turns out nice, you would be more than free to.
I still want to make it.
I wouldn't if it wouldn't turn out nice, though. But yeah.
Still gonna get there.
No problem, Darren. No problem.
Crisis on Infinite Tijuanas with Gary,
But
Doomcock, and Mexican Iron.
that is also one of the reasons that I'm pushing myself extra with this particular Rainbowbrite lantern. Trying to do things on it that I don't normally do. And I'm just pushing myself there because
Hey, look, if you like
there
it,
were only going to be... Well, initially I was only going to do the 7 lanterns with mats. Because that's all she was going to do. And then I thought, well, gotta do black and white, life and death. So then it turned into 9. And then, well, geez, I got no room for Rainbowbrite. What do I do with her? Well, we're doing Green Lantern. Let's make her Parallax. Just kind of what I'm doing here. And so it wound up being 10, but then I'm like, no, I need a little bit more because I have to show them like fighting or something. So then I was going to be 12 of them, so I was going to have the next 2 of these. That was what it was going to be. But then I got this terrifying idea of, why don't I do a couple covers and a few comic book pages on it? And that is the other reason I'm driving myself so hard, because that's what I'm going to try to do. Starting with number 11. That'll be like I'm gonna try to draw 2 variant cover like for comic books, and I have it. Oh, well, here I can show you. I have an idea as to what to go for, but it's not in this sketch pad. Hang on. Why don't I do a couple covers and a few comic book pages on it? And that is the other reason I'm driving myself so hard, because that's what I'm gonna try to should do. Be the okay. Starting with number 11. That'll be like I'm gonna try. The plan 2 variant covers is for number 11. And I have it. Oh, well, here I can show you. Let me see if I can. Can I actually read that here? Let's see if I can reach it here. But it's not in this sketch pad. So the plan is going to be to ape my other favorite superhero thing right now. So I want to take this, apply it to the first, 9 lanterns, and put all of them the way that I drew them on a cover. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit them all on that, but I'm going to try to do it on 14 by 17 paper. And I think that might give me a sufficient amount of room. It might. Maybe. So the plan is going to be to... But yeah. So that'll be... So something like this will be cover 1. So I want to take this... Wait, it's turning back on. Let me see if I can get through this thing now. And put all of them the way that I drew them on a cover. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit them all on that, but I'm going to try to do it on 14 by 17. Wait, I can't see the chat. What happened to the chat? Oh, crap. Hang on. Oh, it must be in here. Hold on. The chat flew away. So that'll be, bear with me, folks. Wait, it's turning. What the Meshuggah? Will you show up on here? Get up there. The Masters is back.
can't see the chat. What happened to the chat? Oh crap! Hang on. Oh, it must be in here.
No, none of this.
The chat
What
flew away.
the heck is going on?
Bear with me, folks.
What the sugar nut? Will you show up on here? Get up there. Okay, there we go. Chat's back. All right, let's see. Where did we leave off? Let's see the drunk Charlie's group and everything. Oh yes, Darren. I did get it. I didn't get the reply. Oh, where's the thingy? But yeah, you sent the Blu-ray file of the Doc Savage flick from the 70s, if I'm not mistaken. But I can't do that here. I gotta do it in here, actually. Wait, no. There's enough space. Okay, thank you for reminding me, because I remember. I don't think I had enough room to try to bring it down on my phone. Gotta do it for the computer. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh, yes, Darren. I did
Good preview. There was a problem with the preview. Of course there was. That's not exactly going to be a small one.
But yeah, you sent the...
Yeah, see, there's
about 2 gigs of the Doc Savage flick.
All right, cross your fingers that this doesn't crash everything, but I'm going to try to bring it down now.
Wait, no.
Yeah, we'll just put it in campfire still.
Because I remember. I don't think I had enough room to try to bring it down on my phone. Do it for the computer. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Oh, that's okay, next phase. Yes, Mashugana indeed. I do still have my Discord Ancient one. What's going on? Oh, okay, you're trying to get Darren M to sign up for one. Yeah, I've got to learn how to use that thing. I mean, Discord on here, I mean, it won't work on my phone. What the frack?
Oh, yes.
Hey, Kenjack Ben, you may want to not go to sleep just yet, because Mandy's streaming. And she's streaming with Shane, so I just got a notification. That never happens. But yeah, Kenjack Ben, if you do decide to go to sleep, then have a great night. But if not, then pop over to Mandy's. It's on Mandy's channel, and Shane's in there with her. This looks like she's hanging out with the chat, whatever the heck. Oh, headphones. I forgot I had them in. I completely forgot.
Okay, the next phase. Yes, Mashugana indeed. I do still have my Discord Ancient one. What's going on? Oh,
yeah, Darren, when you get that, and maybe between the two of you guys, y'all can help me learn how to deal with it. That and Gilded, because the both of those things are essentially different applications of the same thing, and I'm still trying to learn them. Now, the Discord, I may have to try to do it on the computer again. That didn't go well last time, but it won't go on my phone, so that's another one of the reasons it's been so bad. Having to try to deal with that.
And she's streaming with Shane, so I just got a notification. That never happens. But yeah, Kenjack Ben, if you do decide to go to sleep, then have a great night. But if not, then pop over to Mandy's. It's on Mandy's channel.
Okay, and I turned the monitor thing down because I think that was
whatever the heck.
like double, triple echoing, just lowly. So you may not have noticed it. I hope you didn't, but if you did, my bad. I didn't realize the monitor thing was still that high. Okay, so... Right, so anyway, that's why the Hero Academia thing is there. I'm going to try to do something similar. I'm going to be aping that, essentially, in a manner of speaking, to do the first cover with just the yellow to white lanterns. We'll be skipping the black ones because I didn't make any of them into the good guys. And so that'll be number 11. Try to deal with that. And she's streaming with Shane, so number 12 is going to be considerably more difficult. Because I'm essentially going to try to do the Rainbowbrite villains, all 5 of them, which means I'll have to change placement. But I'm going to try to do all of them like this. So you may not have noticed it. If only it would open. My bad. I didn't realize the monitor thing was still that high. Yeah, the weirdo hooded thing will probably take the place of... Right, so anyway, that's what is that called? Of atrocity. I'm going to try to do something similar. I'm going to be aping that, essentially, in a manner of speaking. Well, geez, that was fast, Darren. First cover. Good stuff. The yellow to white lanterns. We'll be skipping the black ones because Ancient One can guide you far better than I could even deign to, quite frankly. So that'll be number 11. Why isn't this thing opening? What the heck is going on? Number 12 is going to be considerably more difficult. Oh, okay, it finally is. It's just going the Rainbowbrite slowly. All 5 of them, which means I'll have to change placement. But I'm going to try to do all of them like this. If only it would open. Yeah, the weirdo hooded thing will probably take the place of... what is that called? Of atrocity. So that'll be the second cover, but it'll be the villains who are there instead. And one thing is, even though their outfits will be black, I don't know how the heck I'm going to make them shine. So it's another reason when I saw that I said, well, this is my mountain to die on. I have to do something. Something like this to push myself to get closer to comic book art levels. So that's what I'm planning to do for the second. It finally is. The second cover. And then 12, 13, well, no, hang on. This 10 and 11. Okay, so this would actually be B13. So 13, 14, and 15 will wind up being actual. I'm going to try to do actual comic pages. I don't know how the heck I'm going to do that. I've never done that before. Oh, Darren, if you need to, you could just drop it in the chat here. That'll be the second cover. But it'll be if that makes it easier for you. There instead. So anyway, that is the further involvement. It's another reason. And for the story bits, I'm going to try to use one of the openings from Academia. Something like this to push myself to get closer to comic book art levels. It's the one in which this happens. The second cover, and then 12, 13, yeah, Darren, you have the power. You've got the wrench, or the sword, or the wrench. So you can copy that thing right on over. 13, 14, and 15 and kaboom kaput.
I'm gonna try to do actual comic pages.
Why does it do it that way? Why doesn't it just go to the
I've never done
program?
that before. Oh, Darren, if you need to, you could just drop it in the chat here.
It's so obnoxious. Why does it do it that way?
If that makes it easier for you.
Right. So
anyway, that is
that scene will be somewhere in the middle. This will probably be the second page. And that middle figure there, Shigaraki, is gonna be replaced by like the 5 of them. You know what? Like probably Murky will be running defense for the onslaught from the Rainbow Onslaught.
This happens.
And then some other stuff will happen, so we'll have well, we'll see. I'm still not sure exactly how I'm gonna do this, but
you have the power. You've got the wrench, or the sword, or the wrench. So you can copy that thing right on over.
Let's see if it'll let me accept. It's still not. Okay. Now let me try it. I'll do this later.
If you need to, you could just drop it in the chat here.
Okay, Darren, I think I made it to your thing, but pretty much beyond here, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Right.
I don't even know how to find people on Discord. I'm surprised mine actually turned on. But yeah, I believe I have accepted.
And that middle figure there, Shigaraki, is gonna be replaced by
Invite friend.
Like probably Murky will
Wait, what?
be running defense for
No,
the onslaught from the Rainbow Onslaught.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it did work. Okay, I thought I completely screwed it up and I did not accept it. But no, it did.
Well, we'll see.
I'm
still not sure exactly how I'm going to do this, but we have the power.
Let's see if it'll let me accept. I most particularly want to use that image for them powering up. I'll do this later. So that's enough of that for now. Back to work.
Okay, Darren, I think I made it to your thing, but pretty much beyond here, I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't even know how to find people on Discord. I'm surprised mine actually turned on.
Okay, I really didn't think I could do all that on this computer, but if I don't have to do it there, that's a plus. And surprisingly enough, my machine has not fallen. And it's still trying to get the Doc Samson file. Sweet.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it did work. Okay, I thought I completely screwed it up and I did
Okay.
not accept it. But no, it did. We'll see. Still not sure exactly how.
Let's not risk any more trouble. Yeah, it looks like we were both able to accept the invite, but this is where my understanding ends when it comes to this application. For I am terrible at it. Terrible, I tell you. Alright, now where was I? Alright, we've done all of this darkening. Let's do a little more so it makes a little more sense across here. I think. Oh crap, my cursor has changed shape on me for some obnoxious reason. I don't know what or why, but I suppose as long as it's still working. Let's not risk any more trouble. Yeah, it looks like we were both able to accept the invite, but this is where my understanding
Yes,
ends
but I don't
when
set
it comes to
those.
this application. For I am terrible at it. Terrible,
there.
I tell you. Alright, so there's Darren's server. That works just fine.
At least as far as I can tell.
Darkening.
Anyway, now
Still a little more, so it makes a little more sense across here. I think.
I'll keep that shading, but I need to save again before I go do something else.
Crap, my cursor has changed shape on me for some obnoxious reason. I don't know what or why.
31. 31.
I suppose as long as it's still working.
Yes, I need to do that too. I guess I gotta get at the rest thingy. Yes, but I don't set those. Let's burn that.
So there's Darren's server. That works just fine.
At least as far as I can tell. Anyway, now I'll keep that shading, but I need to save again before I go do something else. Okay,
Cursor
that makes a little more sense.
on me for some obnoxious reason. I don't know what or why.
31. 31.
I suppose as long as it's still working.
Ooh, is that gonna work in here? Well, she's not dissipating light from outside from the reflection, so I guess I can get away with it. Even though technically I shouldn't be able to. Right, because this right here. Okay. That makes a little more sense. Ooh. Is that gonna work in here? Guess you can't really see it unless it's much, much darker. Well, she's not dissipating light from outside from the reflection, so I guess I can get away with it. Even though technically I shouldn't be able to. Okay. Alright, good. Alright, we're both there. I wonder if this is the same color as this. This is actually slightly brighter. That's too big, so let's go down to 3. You know what, I'm gonna leave it like that. Okay, what else?
We got some of that, some of that. We even did a little bit of that. Very good. If you happen to hear a low hum, that's likely going to be the fan on my poor little laptop over there. That's too big. So let's go down to 3. You know, I'm gonna leave it like that. Okay, what else? I figured on something else I can do after all. Even did a little bit of that. These. If you happen to hear a low hum, that's likely going to be the fan on my poor little laptop over there. Oops, almost jumped the gun. Alright, there, now it's sealed. Figured on something else I can do after all. Hold on, this is supposed to look like a shadow, not a disease. These. Oops, almost jumped the gun. Alright, there, now it's sealed. Hold on, it's supposed to look like a shadow, not a disease. No, not over it. Under. Okay. Maybe the contrast is wrong. I don't know. Alright, let's try the other fingers. Just don't know exactly where I'm going to put this, but no, not over it, under. Okay. Maybe the contrast is wrong, I don't know. That's too much. This is okay. Alright, let's try the other fingers. Just don't know where I'm going to put this, but alright. Oh, chair fell. Hang on. Alright, back up. Oh, okay. I didn't realize I hadn't done that. Alright. But it's cool. That's too much. This is okay. So I need some lighter blue now. To make it across their knuckles. Alright. Oh, chair fell. Let's back up. When I tried to do this before, it did not go well. I believe it was the 5th one of these. Oh, okay. I didn't realize I hadn't done that. But live and learn. Live and learn. Fingers too long. Live and learn again, because it's too late to change it now. I need some lighter blue now. Make it across their knuckles. The 3 might be too much. The worst part is this isn't even the same blue as that one. Before it did not go well. But it's pretty close. It's the 5th one of these. But live and learn. Live and learn. Fingers too long. Live and learn again, because it's too late to
change it now. Okay. It's be considerably more difficult, but let's try it anyway. Worst part is this isn't even the same blue as that one, but it's pretty close. Okay, let's put that back to black because I need it for that. I don't even think you can see that. Not really. Oh, shoot. Chat has disconnected. Well, she was live then. I don't know when she started. But yeah, she was in there with Shane's. I did go into the stream to see, but I didn't notice what time. But I didn't see like how long they'd been on. Only 3, but it's starting to get bad. Okay. Good Lord, there's a lot more to do on this thing. And I need to get it done. Oh, shoot. Chat has disconnected. Well, she was live then. I don't know when she started. But yeah, she was in there with Shane's. I did go into the stream. Let's save the work. I didn't notice what time, but I didn't see like how long they'd been on. All right. Only 3, but it's starting to get bad. Okay. I did add the smoke, and I still need to color all of these reflections, but which way do I go on that? I need to get it done. Well, she was live then. I don't know when she started. did add the smoke. I still need to cover all of these reflections, but which way do I go on that? Fingers didn't come out terrible, but where do I go next? So much to do. Somehow we wound up here. Okay. Fingers didn't come out terrible, but where do I go next? So she might have started at midnight and then ended at around 2. At least my time, anyway. She didn't seem like she was ending the stream when I was getting in there, so I guess I missed it on that merit. Somehow we wound up here. Okay. So she might have started at midnight and then ended at around 2. At least my time, anyway. She didn't seem like she was on the stream when I was getting in there, so I guess I missed it on that merit. Let's take that off of there. I knew it. Okay. Yep, Discord is something else. But Kenjack Ben is on there too. If you know how to find people, Darren, it's pretty much the same name. But he gets to use his even less than I get to use mine, so I'm not sure how that'll go. Let's take that off of there. I knew it. Okay. That goes to the little one. Yep, this will be us back. But Kenjack Ben is on there too. If you know how to find people, Darren, it's pretty much the same name. He gets to use his even less than I get to use mine, so I'm not sure how that'll go. The chair slumped. See. Kenjack Ben is on there too. If you know how to find people, Darren, it's pretty much the same name. He gets to use his even less than I get to use mine, so I'm not sure. Chair slumped. See. Not sure yet, not sure yet. I've done most of it then.
Forgot about the other thing. I've done most of it then. No, this doesn't look like it makes any sense, but I'm testing something. Forgot about the other thing. No, this doesn't look like it makes any sense, but I'm testing something. I don't completely hate that. Okay. Well then, what you do to the left, you must do to the right. I think the lines are supposed to be a little bit thinner. I hate that. Okay. Well then, what you do to the left, you must do to the right. lines are supposed to be a little bit thinner. You and me both. You and me both, Darren. Problem is, I haven't been able to devote proper time to it. Because of course I still have to devote proper time to this, so it doesn't take so long to do simple things. And yeah, we'll keep these. You and me both. You and me both, Darren. Problem is, I haven't been able. Well, those notifications are quite late. Devote proper time to it. Because of course I still have to devote proper time to this, so it doesn't take so long to do simple things. And yeah, we'll keep these. No time like the present to start some craziness. What color is it after that? Purple. Which isn't really going to make much of a splash. Oh, okay, fine, it took. And wait a minute. Pink first. Oh, those notifications are quite late. Then purple. Then blue. Not that blue. This one. No time like the present to start some craziness. What color is it after that? Purple. And then green. I could leave the center of it white. And black. Wait a minute. Pink first. Okay, so these. Then purple. Blue. Not that blue. This one. Loads of stuff is right, Ancient One. Loads. Endless loads. This brush is too big. Oh, I did it in the wrong order. Whatever. That's fine. Okay, so these. Loads of stuff is right, Ancient One. Loads. Endless loads. Just have to make one. Oh, this brush is too big. Okay. Sometimes that's what we gotta do. We've got to nudge each other. Speaking of nudges, I only have but so many before it's time. And I think it just about is. Which I was not expecting. I've been able to go much further, but I was doing a bunch of stuff earlier, and I think that's got all the gas used up. Nuts. Alright, let's save it. Alright, gentlemen. Just gonna have to do it here because I would prefer you not hear my head bumping on the microphone and then YouTube yelling at me to turn the stream off. That would not be good. So, okay. I would like to say thank you to all of you for coming out and hanging out. And bid you a fantastic adieu and a good rest of the evening and the morning and whatever other time it is that it is right now that I can't remember. But seriously, it is fun doing this. I thank you guys for showing up and keeping me company as you can when you do, because well, if not, I'd just be sitting here talking to myself and falling asleep by myself. And that wouldn't be any sort of fun. But for now, good night, Darren M. Good night, Ancient One. Good night, Ken Jack Ben. Good night, Jacob Ironside. Hold on, somebody else popped by that I thought I saw. But if I miss, whoever I missed you, if I missed you, I apologize. But thank you for coming. Right, I do appreciate your time that you are lending me here, and I'm glad we all get to hang out and do this now. And Lord willing, I'll get to do quite a bit more of it as things go on. So long as this microphone gets to hang out here for a bit, since somehow the stream has not dropped dead or blinked out or gone dark or any of that stuff that it was doing last week since I plugged this crazy thing in. And I haven't even had to install anything, and took all the care of all the drivers of itself. Okay, I'm slurring and I'm bumping into each other, so for now, I'm signing off. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you next time. Good night.
It is fun doing this. I thank you guys for showing up and keeping me company as you can when you do.